guys. Depending on what I decided based on the response to the last video that I put up, this will either be a first video on my second channel or just be the beginning of a new kind of, I guess, series or type of video on my channel that I regularly use. So I'm gonna start off easy, and we're gonna just slide into this sort of topic of deepness. Just when you go to deep water, some people like to dive right in, and if you're one of those people, I recommend watching videos that I haven't made yet because I haven't gotten there yet, and go into the really deep stuff that would be in the far future of now. So 2020. I'm gonna graduate in 2020. That'll be fun. So what I thought we would start with is looking at some of my artwork and me sort of talking about what it is. Like some of it I had an idea of, because you know how art is, when you start to draw or paint a piece, you're like, okay, this is what it's gonna look like, and I want it to look like this, either just because you want it to look like that or because you have a specific reason and it means something to you. And then as you're doing it, you're kind of like, well, I could do this here and change that. And then as you change it, then it sort of kind of adds a meaning to it. And then by the time you're finished, it looks super different than how you thought it was gonna look, but it still looks okay, and it means something completely different than you thought it was gonna mean, but it still is a good piece, and it's a piece of you on paper. And that's what I really like about art, is that you can express yourself, or your subconscious can express itself, and you don't even know what you're gonna say when you do it. So this is one of the pieces that I was doing for, it ended up being for my, school thing. It wasn't for a school assignment exactly, I wasn't assigned to do this exact piece, but it was just one of the ones I was doing to, fill canvases with original art. And I was a lot of times when I'm painting pieces with specific there's a background and then there's a character. The character in the center, I don't use all the paint that I have set aside for that, and so then there's leftover paint, and I don't like to waste paint, so then I make little smaller paintings with the smaller canvases. So this is this one. Um, uh, Hopefully you guys can see that is a spider web. That's what I want it to be, a stained window glass kind of a spider web picture. And the kind of background was sort of a gray color. It was a mix of gray and white, and it was left over from a different painting. I'll probably show you later on. So that's this. I put frog tape over it, and cutting frog tape so that it's thinner than this size, just too big, is actually super not easy because it sticks to everything, and it sticks to itself, and that's not great. But so then there's the main spokes, and then there's a little bit that you can see of it. So then I let everything dry, and obviously I waited till the back layer dried before I put the tape on, and then I used the leftovers from a different painting to paint the background of this. And basically what I did was I just put it on. I didn't have a specific way I wanted it to look, so I just sort of put it on. And to me right now, it kind of looks like a storm, you're looking through a broken window at a tornado or something. There's just a little bit of blue in the center area, and then everything around is just sort of swirling. So I called it Tempest because it looks like a storm to me. So for meaning, originally it was just going to be a cool kind of a spider web, and spider webs in general to me symbolize being trapped or being entangled. So it was going to be just spider webs trap you and entangle you, and you're tied up in that. And then the background of it is sort of emotions are tempesty. This is a painting that, again, it was with leftover bits, so it didn't really have a specific meaning. It wasn't relating to a specific thing that I had in mind for it to represent, but it ended up sort of representing just in general emotions being really confusing, and so it's really hard to navigate your way in them, and it's really easy to get tangled up in something that makes it hard for you to express your emotions. Um, like sometimes you start to feel like you shouldn't be able to say things, or you feel like you can't say things, and that's sort of like a spider web just sort of like going across your mouth like duct tape, and you're just like, no, you can't talk now. And then you feel like you can't tell other people what's going on inside you. And so maybe the spider web is sort of like closing their mouth, but if people look, they can kind of see the window through the window, a storm that's going on inside you, but also you can't do anything about the storm inside you or the storm going around with everybody else. So I don't know. That's kind of my interpretation of this painting. Uh, I don't know. If you guys feel like it says something to you, then please definitely comment it down below because I like to see how other people interpret my art. Got to say that it's not like the best made art I've ever done, but it actually looks really cool and I like it, and I might try this technique again. This was sort of an experimental piece because I hadn't done the frog tape down thing before, except on another piece that was much larger and it wasn't so intricate of taping. But here's this, so hopefully the camera will be like, hey, we should make this the little screenshot bit that goes where people can see it because it's been up for so long. Yeah, so, um, that's just, I guess, a little bit of taste of what this new sort of lane of emotionness type things is going to be like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, or at least found it interesting, and thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and comment your feelings about life. Bye!